Alright guys, so what we have here is 4 different SpecCast 1/64th scale DewEze. They call them feed trucks, but they're hay bale trucks, like for picking up round or square bales. But you know, the hay bales now are so big people can't pick them up, or the larger ones are, and so they have these trucks that do that. So the first one here is the 20,000th edition pivot squeeze. I have 3 pivot squeezes, and then I have 1 parallel squeeze, which we're going to look at the differences in those. This is the 20,000th edition, so it's got some fancy graphics on it, and it's got some... I think the box on this one's pretty much the same, but that one's a lot rarer than these. Then we have a black pivot squeeze. They're all the same truck. They're 2018 Ford F-350s. Like I said, the boxes on all of these are about the same. We have a red pivot squeeze. We have a black parallel squeeze, which, from looking at them, the beds look similar, but they function a bit differently, which I'll get to when we open these up. And I have a red parallel squeeze too, but I do not know what I did with that. I bet I put it in a different bag with something else. So I'll probably find it in a different haul video, but I probably won't include it because I've already done the video on these. And it'll be just like this one, but it'll be red. So it'll look like that. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and pull these out of their boxes, and then I'm gonna go get a little hay bale so I can show you what these do. So I guess while I'm opening these, I will go ahead and say these are the first 1/64th scale SpecCast things that I have. There you go, they say SpecCast. So I'm not sure what to expect, although I should hope that they're as detailed as the larger SpecCast models. I think these are the first SpecCast things that I have reviewed on the channel that are not tractors. I think all the other SpecCast things I have reviewed on the channel are tractors. So it's kind of a different thing. And I'll show you what this thing's for in just a second. I'm going to get all these opened up. I just thought I'd talk while I open that one. Packages have these little foam pads where the truck sits, and I suppose that's so the grill doesn't get maybe so that emblem doesn't rub off, because it's just printed on there. They're very greasy. You can tell they're brand new. I can already tell they're very detailed. Not as heavy as a green light, but they're, from first glance, they have at least as much quality as a green light. Something interesting I noticed when I was taking these out of the package, the special edition one doesn't have that little foam pad on the front of the package. So that's kind of odd, I thought. Oh, and also, you can only put these plastic things on one way. They don't fit the other way. So there is more to the packaging, apparently, than what most of us see. Alright, so we're all set up here. We have each of the 4 trucks. There goes the hay bale that rolled away from me. We'll mess with that in a minute. So we'll compare the parallel and pivot squeezes in a minute. First, we're going to look at the 20,000th edition pivot squeeze, which it already kind of started working, so you can probably see what the pivot squeeze does. But first, we'll look at the truck, and I know the special edition one isn't the greatest example because the wrap that's on it covers up some emblems. But, you know, like there would be an emblem right there, but you can't see it. But anyway, we'll look at this one. It's got the 20,000th edition emblem there on the side of the bed. These are 700, I think these are all 700 series beds. But that one says 784. It's got some extra stripes and stuff on the arms there. It says DewEze obviously on the side. Covers up the back windows, but the back windows are still there. You can kind of see through that one over there. They have back windows. The cabs do, if you're wondering, but the headache rack on the bed kind of covers it up. There's a bigger 20,000th badge on the hood. Indestructible since 1984. DewEze 20,000th Bale bed. Decades of durability. The headlights are very detailed on these. I don't know if you can see it very well, but oh well, now you can't because the camera unfocused. But they're not just shiny chrome. Yeah, they've got little details printed into them. Big Ford emblem on the grill. The running boards here, I think those are plastic, but I can't tell. The wheels are also very detailed, and they got separate rubber tires on them. True duals. I'm pretty sure these bases are plastic, but they're so glossy that they kind of look like they're painted die cast. I'm pretty sure they're glossy though. Got a screw in the front, but then the rest are mushroomed off posts. Got DewEze mud flaps. Got some fancy tail lights. Got a spot for a trailer hitch, but I don't really think it can pull anything. It says DewEze. I think that says Bale pickup. So anyway, I'm going to show you what the pivot squeeze does. These little trucks do work. Now the round Bale obviously is going to be a little bit harder to use on the pivot squeeze. There we go. It's starting to work now. This one's kind of stuck together. But see, they work very well. So the truck would back up to the Bale like so. And this Bale is not for these. This is a new Ray Bale, so not even the same brand. But anyway, it would grab... Can't find the hole on the other side. Here we go. It would grab the Bale like this. Okay. See, it's got that Bale. And then they're powered by hydraulics, I believe. And then they just lift the Bale up and hold on to it like so. And that way they don't lose the Bale from the truck. And then they can transport the Bale wherever. And these do slide out so they can accommodate for different sized bales. But I won't show you how they work on every one of the pivot squeezes, but that's why they're called pivot squeezes, because they squeeze the Bale and they pivot in and out like this. Now on the Bale squeeze, well, if I didn't mention, they've got really nice big mirrors on these trucks too. Alright, this is the parallel squeeze truck. Oh yeah, I was going to make a point of the little squares. I'll do that in a minute. Now you can see a difference in the beds on each of these. Maybe not so much in shape, but look at how they're put together. This one's got little hinges there. This one's got slots. So on the Bale squeeze, this one should dump too. There we go. They're just they're brand new, so they're kind of stuck. I don't know how much these are new. I bought these in a big bundle of tractors and stuff, little toy farm machinery that I got, so I don't actually know how much these are. But anyway, they're brand new, so they're all kind of stuck. But if I can zoom in on this and not get my big hands in the way, rather than these squeezing it like this, the whole arm goes in and out. It slides back and forth in this slot here. Like I said, on little models like this, it's kind of hard to show. But so, same thing. Backs up to the bale. If the bale was the right size for these trucks, it would pick it up from the ground. And these bales, they don't have to adjust very much. But if you wanted them to, it could. It squeezes it like that. And then picks it up. There you go. Now you're off to the races with the bale. But now the bale parallel squeeze one, I think, holds the bale better on these little models. But that's because they're little models. I would assume that probably in real life the pivot squeeze would be the better one. Oops, we're still locked in here. But yeah, they're very what do I want to say? They're very functional little models here. So I'll show you one that doesn't have a DewEze wrap on it. It just has the regular. So it still has some stripes on it, but not as many as the one with the wrap. Same 700 series bed. I think this says SSQ 784. The other one just says 784. Actually, looking at all the rest of them, they all just say 784. So the SSQ must have something to do with parallel squeeze. Then all the other trucks say Harper DewEze on the back door. They'll have the big F-350 badge on the fender there. I think that says XLT F-350. All of them have the big nice mirrors. Nice detailed interior. We can see in the back of this one. You'll have the nice printed headlights. There you can see it's focused on it finally. Now it's light colored, so it's kind of hard for it to show up, but you can see how it is detailed. And then you got the Ford badge here. The cab and the bed are, well, this part of the bed are die cast. And like I mentioned, I believe the base is plastic. But they're very nice models. All they say on the bottom, SpecCast. Alright, where'd our little square go? Now this little square is actually for the parallel squeeze, but it'll work the same on the other one too. This is a pivot squeeze bed, but they've got these little squares here that they just kind of cover this hole. I had trouble getting it in there before. It seems like it's fitting in there pretty good now. But I assume that is, maybe these are dual purpose trucks and they can also pull a gooseneck trailer, and that little hole in the bed is where the hitch goes for the gooseneck trailer. I don't know that for a fact, but that would be my assumption. In which case, this square that's a big panel that covers up the hole for the gooseneck hitch when it's not pulling something. That's a pretty neat detail. And each of these trucks have that little square. It's taped in a little baggie underneath the plastic packaging. I just didn't want to lose a bunch of little plastic squares, so I only got one out. Same thing on this. This one has more stripes as well. So I'm thinking maybe the pivot squeeze it's got that extra stripe on the back that the parallel squeeze doesn't have. Also has the 784 and no SSQ right there. Same thing though, Harper DewEze, F-350 XLT, got the mirrors, same interior in all of them, same colors. Got those nice printed headlights and the Ford badge. Oh yeah, they seem to roll pretty good too. And I just showed you how functional all of these are. So I think these are pretty nice models. Personally, my favorite one is the red one. I just happen to have two black ones. I have two red ones too. I've got a parallel squeeze of this red one too. I'll have to look for that. But this is the regular version of the black pivot squeeze, which is what this is, just with no wrap. I'll tell you, good luck finding the 20,000th edition one. They made like 300 of those, I think. It says on the bottom of the box. Yeah. 223 of 300. So this was a limited production one. The black and red regular trucks, I don't assume they're probably all that hard to come by. I don't know. I did not look these up. It would appear these trucks are four-wheel drive, which would make sense, I guess. If you're out in the field, you would definitely want that, especially pulling that big hay bale around. You wouldn't want it to get stuck out in the field. But anyway, I'll get these on the turntable for you. You can pause and read the back of the box if you want. I read them. They all say the same thing. Here's what we were looking at. I didn't show this. This is a 2018 Ford F-350 600, 700 series DewEze model pivot squeeze bale bed, or in the case of that one, it says 6 and 700 series. That also says pivot squeeze bale bed. However, there's a sticker. This is a sticker that says parallel squeeze. Oh, and you can see underneath that sticker, it says pivot squeeze. So, that's interesting. Well, anyway, we're looking at three pivots and one parallel. I'll get these on the turntable for you. Like, comment, subscribe for more. Have a great day. I'll catch you in the next video. And just a little side note, since these two have kind of the same looks to them, even though they're different, they have the same look, so I'll probably put them on the same round on the turntable for you. So there you go. Have a great day. If you're looking for these, good luck finding them, and I'll catch you in the next video.